Welcome to the I Ching Cafe. My name is Belinda Doveston. Super to have you here again with me. If you're new, we're great to have you return. Maybe just hit the subscribe button and the bell so as soon as episodes come out on a Sunday or as special events come up, you can hear about it through your app. And of course, if you're on the podcast, great to have you subscribe there as well. Thank you for being here again with me. This week, our weekly overview, we're looking at the week commencing the 15th of March 2021 and looking ahead at what this week is asking us to pay attention to. Last week, goodness me, I hope that you survived and thrived through the massive change point of 51 shock and 49 revolution and all the shake-ups and the change and the high event horizon that came, and I really hope that you held on to that egg, you held on to your presence of mind, you stayed focused, and you looked for the opportunities. You saw the beautiful gems in the midst of all the chaos that no one else can see because everyone is running around with their heads cut off. Okay, so let's have a look at what this week is asking us to pay attention to. We have a hexagram 61, centered truth for this week, our main flow of change, our main focus point, and this hexagram is beautiful. You can see in the center of the hexagram, we have male lines, 2 active on the bottom, 2 active on the top, and 2 female open lines in the center, forming a whole, forming a vortex, a heart in the center of the hexagram structure. And this hexagram is all about getting back to the truth, getting back to what's core, what's really true for you. And of course, truth is an interesting word because everyone has a different truth. This is not about worrying about what's true for others. This hexagram this week is about getting back to what's true for you, getting back to the heart, connecting with your intuitive knowing about what it is that you need to do, the decisions that you need to make, and where you go to next in the journey ahead. So this week, we are being called to get to the truth, to connect to the truth, to be truthful, to be aligned, to have our inner and our outer world tied up. Congruence, right? This is about who we are on the inside and the world we are on the outside and lining it up. This week brings us the opportunity to see truth, to see ourselves, and to see what's really important, the heart, in a new way. I've spoken about before that in the previous week where we got this hexagram, I had this major insight, this revelation that just arrived like a hot knife through butter. And you can't unknow what you know. And having had a realization, you have to make decisions. You have to take action because you now know that thing. And so for me, whenever I see this hexagram, I see it as truth coming through. If we are open, if we are ready and receptive like a satellite dish to knowing the truth more than anything else, of being connected and committed to being in integrity inside and out. Our inside and our outside line up. We are integrous with who we are as a human being. So in this week, we have a massive 3 changing lines, okay? There's a lot going on this week. Don't let peace of inside truth, heart, intuition fool you. Now, this is not a week where there's lots of action, lots of change points of energy asking us to pay attention to them. Right, we have those changing lines in the 2nd, 4th, and 5th position. So let's work through the particular pops of change that these changing lines ask us to pay attention to. So let's have a look at changing line number 2. This talks about the crane, the bird, the crane, calling out in the bushes. Now, the thing about the crane is a marshy bird that can be in the marshes or in the bushes, and they call out and they make a sound, and all the other cranes in the area resound with a call in return. So this bird is not an eagle, in the sky, parading, flying high, screeching. Okay, this is a crane that's calling out undercover, whoop, whatever sound they make, and all the little birds, their chicks or other cranes responding. So call and repeat, call and repeat. It talks about resonance for who you are and what you're trying to do with people around you, your tribe, your like-minded people. And you might not be able to see them. These other birds might be 1,000 miles away, but there's a resonance. They can hear your call and they resound and respond to the call you're making. The people who are your kin, the people who are connected and energetically supported, and supportive of you call and resound with your call. They echo back and tell you, we are here, we are with you. So a very profound symbol of be careful of what truth you call out, okay? Because whatever it gets, if you are in your truth, remember this is all about inner truth. If you are connected to what's true for you and you call that out, you get a positive response from these other cranes. If you are out of your connection and you call out, you get equally a negative response. Be true to yourself and call out to others. This week is the opportunity for you to get some feedback, to get some support, to get resonance in a very deep and meaningful way. This is not surface. This is a powerful resonance between what you've been working on and the people who support you, your tribe. Even if you can't see them, they're hidden 1,000 miles away, or they're hidden inside other bushes. Our next changing line in the 4th position talks about our companion horse has left the carriage. So we've been pulling along and this secondary horse has moved away and we now are alone. And this line says that where you find suddenly you are alone in your journey and you're alone in your quest for what's true and meaningful for you, have no fear, keep moving forward. So there's something about this week where we're needing to go it alone, where we're needing to have the courage to step out, not with the cohort next to us, but actually to go alone and go and walk a journey of being in our truth, of being really connected to what's meaningful, what's true, what's intuitively important to us at this time. Don't be afraid to go it alone. All will go well. And then the next line we have is in the 5th position, and this is a beautiful line. It says the connection is there, what we're doing is meaningful to others. We need to keep on adding energy, keep on putting power in, and seize this opportunity of this connection with truth, this connection with what's really deep and powerful, and to keep moving forward. A lovely energy to build upon this crane calling out and calling on the other cranes to resound and to connect with what's really important. So then our second hexagram, our second flow of change that works in parallel but also has an outcome that builds over the week is hexagram 21, biting through. You can see from the structure of the hexagram, there's a solid male line between an open mouth, okay? The mouth is obstructed from closing. This talks about an obstruction or a problem, a grisly old piece of leather between the teeth that we have to try and bite our way through. And the way we deal with it, we don't try and coerce it or love it or cajole it. What we do is we bite through the problem. We take vigorous action to deal with it. This hexagram is often referred to as a justice hexagram related to criminal cases. So I hope that definitely is not the case for you this week. So stay out of trouble. What it does highlight is that the justice system works when action is taken, when law is applied, when evidence is collected immediately. There's a sense of taking immediate direct action. And so we see that we have to take action and responsibility to act vigorously to get rid of this thing that is the obstacle. And I think that what's going to happen for us this week is this process of inner truth, of seeing things in a new way, of getting to the truth of things, of getting to what's really meaningful and purposeful, is going to bring to our awareness things that we have to take action on. We become suddenly aware of where the obstacle actually is because we have been out of what's true for us. And so the week is jam-packed with change, lots of changing lines, lots of connection, lots of calling out, this crane calling out and getting a resonance. What we are doing is really important. What you are doing is really important. And so give energy to rooting out the thing that is the obstacle, of vigorously taking action. And even if that means that you have to take action against others who are out of integrity, who are bordering on criminal or doing things that aren't right, take action against people in the right way, through the right means, to bring order and harmony and nourishment back into your life, back into your business. Don't be afraid to take the hard action that is needed this week. Wishing you wonderful insights, eurekas, that hot knife through butter as things slide into place as we realize that there actually is a whole group of cranes calling out to us in response to the thing that is really meaningful. So keep calling, keep persevering, keep doing the work. This week really brings to our awareness how important our truth is, our purpose, our passion is. So keep calling out, keep working, keep connecting, keep taking action this week to liberate yourself from the obstacles. Please subscribe, like, share, join us on the socials. It'd be great to have you as a subscriber on the channel, on the podcast, so that the new episode, as it drops every week on a Sunday, comes straight to you, that you're ready for the week, that you have in your mind, if you choose to do so, a symbol of change to help you, a symbol that you can go back to as an orientation point, as a reference idea, a story to help make sense of the week. And of course, as always, trust your life. Know that despite these cycles of change that we are going through, you in your own life are going through your own cycles. Stay connected intuitively, cognitively to the truth that's taking place around you, to your truth, that you can take the right action for your life this week. Many, many good wishes to you this week, and I look forward to seeing you soon.